Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, set. Round 80. Round 80. What we got? What we got?
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, Foxtrot. Ozzie.
To throw is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. 7 yards there and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
72.
On the ground, it's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here we go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. You ain't doing nothing. Go bandit. Hey, Echo. 72.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. Rip left. Ozzie. 40's the Mike. Not here. Mike. Hey, Alpha. It's a party now. 40's the Mike.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going up top. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they've responded to the challenge.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And some space here. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards on the ground.
And the Lions first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. And the 13-year man puts it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's see what you got. Check 52. Jim. Easy. 29 is the Mike 29. 65. 65. Hey, check it.
Now Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cook running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, orbit. 51's the mic. Go bandit.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught by Evans. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. 29. Let's 72. Let's set a tone. Wait, 28.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Lions 3, Buccaneers nothing.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Shadow.
Go, Mike, 51.
Alert.
It's been a long day for you. Switch.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Check.
Protein spill. Jacket reload. Easy. 53 lead now.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right here, guys.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's got Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jacket reload.
Brady to throw again. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Brings up second and 2.
Wait, 20.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Woo-hoo. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Ozzy. Okay, Alabama.
They run, Cook, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
It's a 34-yard line.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. 72.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got Miller. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Wait, that wide, 80.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see it.
72.
You don't want it. Check 99.
Hey, Alabama. Alert.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Wait, 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Coming to you. He's coming.
Hey, 66.
They'll run for it with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I got him.
Slam. Kill.
Alert.
Shoot. Watch out. Tighten up.
Goal 50.
Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll set up to throw, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Devin White picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Second down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
29 is the mic. No, 66. Hey, both 66.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can rush coming, and he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
First down, Lions.
Set, hut, H Gator. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On first down, Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the former Lion, Ndamukong Suh, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return on this one as that kick's out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Single. Motion man. Watch 12. Watch 10. 66. Watch time. Tight end right. Watch the safety. Hey, Haywood. Sugar.
Brady going to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Wait, that. Round 80. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Quick that. Regular.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
2nd and 15. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Check safety, check safety. Mike's 40, Mike's 40. Record.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
You got tight right there. Rush in. Check three. Sugar. Alert!
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all we need.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Go 50. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Go. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Shotgun now for Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Wait, set. Wide 20. Touchdown, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Wide, get wide. Out. 72.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Check. Hey, go 66. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll find Hall. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
1st down, Detroit.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Get the flag. Left back forward. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Prater on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
53's in now. Hey, exit. Let's go. Check it.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Come off the ball. 29 is Mike.
Hey, check it.
Too little. Count. 29 is Mike. Mike.
They'll look to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Brady now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a first and 10. Now Brady. That'll be complete to Cook, and he goes out right around the 39. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you.
Hey, Charlie.
40's Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Hey.
He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
72. Squeeze. Rip right.
Buzz.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40.
Sugar. 53's in now.
To throw is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bandit.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, team 6.
40's Mike. Let's go one more. Deuce.
Brady to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check it, reload.
One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the